Hello viewers, I am Deepti. Today I am going to make the concluding part of Karnataka ICSE School Association Preparatory Examination for Mathematics for the session 2022 and 23. Now we are going to start with question number 8, part A. Solve the following inequation and x belongs to a real number. Represent the solution set on a number line. So, minus x upon 3 is less than or equal to x upon 2 minus even the 3, 4 upon 3 is our first part, and x by 2 minus 4 upon 3 is less than 1 by 6 our second part. So, transposing x by 2 plus x by 3, then 4 by 3. Here 6, 3x plus 2x, 5x upon 6 less than or equal to 4 upon 3. So x is 4 upon 3 multiplied by 6 and divided by 5. 2, x is greater than and equal to 8 upon 5. It means x is greater than or equal to 1.6. This is our first value. X is greater than and equal to 1.6. Now for second value, x upon 2, 1 upon 6 and 4 upon 3. LCM is 6, 1, 8. X upon 2 is less than 9 upon 6. X is less than 9 upon 6 into 2. 3, 2, 2. So x is less than 3. This is our second part. So overall equation is x is greater than or equal to 1.6 and less than 3. Now for representation on number line, first of all, x is such that x belongs to real number. We need to give the solution like this also, and x is greater than and equal to 1.6 and less than 3. Now for the representation on number line, we need to show only this part, but draw it properly. So this is 0, 1, 2 and 3. Greater than 1.6, it means we need to mark here 1.5 and then 1.6. So show it properly. This is 1.6 and 1.6 we need to draw dark circle because equal to sign is also there, and 3. So 1.6 and 3. We need to dark this portion of our number line, and on 3 we need to draw hollow circle because no equal to sign in this relation. So this is our representation on number line. Just draw one or two other numbers also on the number line. So this is our representation. Question number 8, part B is the mean of the following distribution is 62.8 and sum of all the frequencies is 50. Find the missing frequencies f1 and f2. Class intervals are given as 0 to 20 till 100 to 120 and frequencies are given. So we need to draw this table. Class interval is this and frequency is this. We need to find the mid value. It means x. So in between 0 to 20, 0 plus 20 divided by 2, it means 10. Next is 30, next is 50, then 70, then 90 and then 110. So these are our mid values. So fx, value of fx is 50, then 30 f1, then 500, then 70 f2, 630 and 880. Now this frequency is 5 plus 10 plus 7 plus 8. It means 30. So 30, but we cannot calculate this f1 and f2. So we just need to write them as it is. f1 and f2 is equal to 50. It is given in the question. So first equation we will get from this line, f1 plus f2 is equal to 50 minus 30. It means 20. Or you can write value of f1 as 20 minus f2. So this is our first equation. Value of f1 in terms of f2. Now fx we need to add this and this, and value comes out to be 2060 plus 30 F1 as it is and then 70 F2 as it is. Now we know the formula for calculation of mean and we need to use only direct method for these type of questions. We will solve simply. Now it is given in the question that mean is equal to 62.8 and second sum of frequencies is 50. So mean is equal to sigma fx divided by sigma f, direct method. Sigma fx value is 2060 plus 30 f1 plus 70 f2 divided by value of sigma f is 50 and overall it is equal to 62.8. So just cross multiply them. So after cross multiplying, we will get 3140 minus 2060 is equal to 30 F1 plus 70 F2. Or again simplifying is equal to, after subtracting we will get 1080. We can take 10 common. So 3F1 plus 7F2 is equal to 108. This is our second equation. And first equation, F1 is equal to this much. So we can put the value of F1 here. So 3 value of F1 is 20 minus F2. So 20 minus F2 plus this 7 F2 is equal to 108. So 60 minus 3 F2 plus 7 F2 is equal to 108. So 7 F2 minus 3 F2, it means 4 F2. 4 F2 equal to 108 minus 60. It means 48. So value of F2 becomes 48 divided by 4. It means 12. So value of F2 is equal to 12. Now we can put this value of F2 in our first equation. So value of F1 is 20 minus F2. It means 12. It means 8. So value of F1 is equal to 8. So missing frequencies, first frequency is 8 and second frequency is 12. This is our answer. Part number C of question number 8. In the given figure, ABC is a triangle right angled at B and BD is perpendicular to AC. If AD is equal to 4 cm, CD is equal to 5 cm, find BD and AB. So we need to solve it into two parts. So first of all, we are taking two triangles. In triangle ABC, it means the complete triangle, and triangle ADB. You can see ADB is also a right angle triangle and ABD is also right angle at B. So in this case, if this angle is 90 degree, we are assuming this as theta. So in triangle BDC, you can take it as 90 minus theta because this is 90, this is theta. This is 90 minus theta. In the overall triangle, if we see that this angle is 90 degree, if it is of theta, then measure of this angle is 90 minus theta. It means these two angles we can use as equal in this further question also. First we are taking ABC triangle and ADB triangle. In these two triangles, angle ABC and angle ADB is equal to 90 degree. We have just seen ABC is 90 and ADB is also 90 because here it is also 90. So ADB is also 90. And next is BAD is common to BAD. You can see here. This angle is common in these two triangles. So this is common. And 90 degrees given in the question. So it means these two triangles are similar. ABC is similar to triangle ADB. It means sides are in proportion. Now which sides we need? AB from here and here AD. So AB upon AD is equal to, if we are taking AC, then here AB. AC upon AB. So now their values AB square is equal to AD into AC. So AB square is equal to, value of AD is given as 4 and AC is complete 4 plus 5, it means 9. It means 9 into 4, 36. AB square is 36, so AB is equal to 6 centimeter. This is our first part. AB is equal to 6 centimeter. Now, second part of this question, although it is not given as second part, Now here we need to take triangle ADB, ADB and BDC. ADB and triangle BDC. In these two triangles, you can also see that angle ADB as well as angle CDB both are equal to 90 degree. It is given in the question. Here also we need to mention that it is given in the question. Reasons are must in these questions. And angle ABD is equal to angle BCD. Now see here, ABD means this theta and BCD is also theta. So these two angles are equal to theta. It means they both are equal to each other. So by a similarity, so we can say that triangle ADB is similar to triangle BDC by AA axiom. Here also I have missed, I think. You can write these triangles are similar by AA axiom. You should write this thing. Otherwise your marks can be deducted at this point. So sides are in proportion. Here we need to take side AD and then BD. So AD upon BD and then DB and then DC. So DB and then DC. Sides are in proportion. So again cross multiplying BD square is equal to AD into DC. Now the value of AD is 4 and DC is 5 given in the question. So BD square is equal to 20. So BD square is equal to 20. BD is equal to 4 into 5. It means 2 under root 5. So BD is equal to 2 under root 5 centimeter. Value of BD is 2 under root 5 centimeter and value of AB is 6 centimeter. These two side lengths we need to calculate in this given question. In question number 9, part A, volume of a conical tent is 1232. So volume is given as 1232 meter cube and area of the base floor is 154. Now what is this base floor? In this cone, what is the area of the base floor means? Base floor means this thing and this is circular in shape. Cone has a circular base. So area of base means pi r square is equal to 154 meter square. Always when we use a cone, its base is circular. Top is conical but base is circular. So area of a base is pi r square. In first part, we need to find the radius of the floor. For radius, pi r square is equal to 154. So r square is equal to 154 upon pi. It means 22 into 7. And value comes out to be 49. So r square is equal to 49. It means r is equal to 7 meter. So first part, r is equal to 7 meter. Now second part, volume. Now volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h and its value is 1232. So this is our radius and this is h. So now 1 by 3 pi r square. Value of pi r square is 154 h and then 1232. So h is equal to 1232 divided by 154 into 3 and value is 24 meter. So h is equal to 24 meter. This is our second part. This is our first part, second part. Now in third part, we need to find the slant height of the tent. It means L. So applying Pythagoras theorem here, h square plus r square. This is our third part. H square plus r square is equal to slant height. Value of h is 24 square. Value of r is 7 square is equal to L square. Now L square, 24 square is 576 plus 49 is equal to L square is equal to 625. So L is equal to under root 625. It means 25 meter. So slant height of this tent L is equal to 25 meter. This is answer of third part. Now in fourth part, we need to find the length of the canvas required to cover and breadth of the canvas is given. So it means L into B. Canvas is like this. So this is the length of the canvas, breadth is given as 2. So it is rectangular in shape. So L into B is equal to area of canvas required. So canvas required is only on the sides. It means curved surface area, pi RL. So L we need to calculate, breadth is given as 2 here, and then pi is 22 by 7, R we have calculated as 7, L we have calculated as 25. So value of L is 22 into 25 upon 2. It means 11 into 25. It means equal to 275 meter. So L is equal to 275 meter. First part, R is equal to 7 meter. Second part, H is equal to 24 meter. Third part, L is equal to 25 meter. And then fourth part, length of the canvas required is equal to 275 meter. Now coming to question number 9 part B, which is the maximum marker question of the paper, which is finding the median or draw the ogive. Using frequency distribution table given below, draw less than ogive, then from the ogive find median and interquartile range. It means Q1, Q2 and Q3 we need to calculate all the three. So class intervals are given as 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 till 60. Now frequencies are given as 2. We need to find the cumulative frequency. Now cumulative frequency is 2, then 2 plus 4, 6, then 6 plus 6, 12, then 12 plus 8, 20, and then 30. It means 30 is our last cumulative frequency. Now we need to plot the points, upper limit of this and this. So 20 and 2, 30 and 6, 40 and 12, 50 and 20, and then 60 and 30 on the graph. And on the graph, you know that on the x-axis we need to take class intervals, and on y-axis we will take this cumulative frequency. On x-axis this is class interval. So after plotting these points, we will get the graph like this. So we start from this thing. Now 50-20 and then 60-30. So this is our ogive. Now for finding the median, we need to calculate the values. As we can see, our last cumulative frequency value is a even number. So for median, we just need to take the half of it. So for calculation of median, n is equal to, it is 30. N is equal to 30, it means even number. So median is just equal to 30 upon 2. It means 15th term. Now for 15th term, we need to find from the ogive. 15th term. We will take line this and then so, and put arrows like this only, and we will get the value as 45. So our Q2 is equal to 45. It means our median is equal to 45, which is our 15th term. So from 15 we go like this, and then after touching the ogive we will come like this. Now Q1 n by 4th term, n by 4th term. N is 30, so 30 upon 4th term. 30 upon 4 means 4, 7, 7.5th term. So 7.5. Now for 7.5, we need to come in from on the graph 5 and 10. In between, we will get this value 7.5. So 7.5 will go like this, and then we will come, and this value of Q1 is 33. So value of Q1 is 33 on the 7.5th term. Now similarly, we will find the value of Q3. You can take 3n by 4th term, or you can simply multiply this term with 3. So 3 multiplied by 7.5th term. It means 22.5th term, and its value is 22.5. It means this is our 22.5. Just one digit in the left from the middle. So it means Q3 is equal to 54. So our Q1, Q2 and Q3. Value of Q1 is 33 and Q3 is 54. So interquartile range IQ is equal to 54 minus 33. Interquartile range will come as 21 and median is 45. Interquartile range is 21. These three things we need to calculate from the drawn ogive here. Median 45, interquartile range 54 minus 33, it means 21. So 33 we need to show here properly, 45 we need to show, and then 54 we need to show on this ogive carefully as Q1, Q2 and Q3 respectively. In question number 10 part A, using componendo and dividendo, find the value of x. So we need to apply componendo and dividendo. And we know numerator we will write as it is, and then denominator plus 12x plus 1 minus 2x minus 3. In the denominator again we will write numerator and then minus 12x plus 1 minus plus 2x minus 3. But whenever we apply componendo or dividendo, we should apply it on both sides. So 3 plus 2 and 3 minus 2 on right hand side also. Here you can see these two will get cancelled. So 2 and under root 12x plus 1, and in the denominator these two will get cancelled and 2 under root 2x minus 3 equal to 5 upon 1. These two will get cancelled. Now squaring both sides, under root will get cancelled, 12x plus 1, in the denominator 2x minus 3, 5 square is 25, and in the denominator again 1. Now cross multiplying, 12x plus 1 is equal to 25, 2x minus 3. So 12x plus 1 is equal to 50x minus 75. Now 50 minus 12, we will get 38x and then 76. So x is equal to 76 divided by 38. It means 2. So value of x is equal to 2 after solving this equation with the help of componendo and dividendo. Now in B part, an observer 1.5 meter tall is 28.5 meter away from a chimney. So this AC is the height of chimney and this ED is the height of observer. The angle of elevation of the top of the chimney from his eye, because this is the observer and eye is here at point E, this angle is 45 degree. What is the height of the chimney? We need to calculate the total height. So first we will take triangle ABE. In triangle ABE, as we can see, this EBCD is a rectangle. So EB is equal to DC is equal to 28.5, and here also ED is equal to BC is equal to 1.5 meter. Now in triangle ABE, this is our perpendicular and this is base. So AB upon base is EB is equal to P upon B is tan 45, and value of tan 45 is equal to 1. So AB we need to calculate upon EB, value is 28.5 equal to tan 45, it means 1. So value of AB is also 28.5 meter. Value of AB, but we need to find the height of total chimney. So height of chimney is equal to 28.5. It means you can write AB plus BC. 28.5 plus BC is also 1.5. So AB plus BC is the total height of chimney, which is AC. After adding these two, we will get the value as 30 meter. So height of chimney is equal to 30 meter. This is our answer. In last part C, using ruler and compass only, construct a triangle ABC such that BC is equal to 5 cm, AB 6.5 and angle ABC is 120 degree. And then construct a circumcircle of triangle ABC. I am just trying to draw this question but not up to the scale. So, we can draw rough triangle. This value AB is given as 6.5 centimeter, and then we need to draw the angle of 120 degree by making an arc, and then cut it at point C, which is BC is equal to 5 centimeter. Then we need to join. This is our triangle ABC. So now first draw side AB as 6.5 centimeter. Then on B, mark arc. Then this is angle of 120 degree. This is 5 centimeter. Cut an arc and then join. This is our ABC. This is the required triangle of angle 120 degree. Now we need to draw the circumscribing circle. For circumscribing circle, we need to draw perpendicular bisectors of any two adjacent sides. So AB perpendicular bisector we can draw by placing the compass at this point and then drawing one arc above and one below, then B one above and one below. Then you can join these two lines as this. Now again, for BC, we will do the same procedure, perpendicular bisector drawing. So, here, and then on placing at C, we will join like this. We will draw this other perpendicular bisector. The point where these two bisectors will join is the center of our circle. Then placing the tip of the compass at this point and taking the radius as either OA or OB or OC, we will draw the circle. With the help of compass, you need to draw this circumscribing circle taking O as center and OA or OB or OC as radius. Draw it properly. And if inscribed circle come in the paper, then you need to draw the angle bisector. For angle bisector, we will bisect these angles. By placing the compass here and here, we will draw arc like this and then joining like this. If inscribed circle is given, here circumscribing, so we will draw perpendicular bisectors only. With this, I conclude my today's video. I have done a lot of hard work in solving this question and compiling them. So, I request all of you to spend your 2.5 hours and solve this question on your own. If you have any doubt, you can tell me in the comment section. Hope you have no doubts in the paper. Thank you for watching till the end. Keep watching, sharing and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.